In this video, I am going to discuss energy levels of sodium atom. So you know that sodium it has one valence electron, that is the last electron in 3s subshell. So therefore it is a example of one valence electron system. So in order to understand the spectra of the sodium atom, we are first of all going to discuss about the energy levels of this sodium atom. Okay, so usually you know that in any energy level diagram, the vertical axis is energy axis and the energy levels or terms are shown as horizontal line. In atomic spectroscopy, the energy levels in the atom are described by the name terms. So these terms represent the energy levels of a particular atom. The energy value can be derived from this term value, and the on the energy level diagram, the zero of the energy is drawn at the top and the other values they are stated below, or they are shown in a downward way. So the atomic number of sodium is 11 and its electronic configuration is 1s2, 2s2, 2p6 and 3s1. So the first shell represented by 1s2, so it is completely filled, and these two electrons, they will be paired electrons, so they will not contribute any way in the total angular momentum of this atom. Then the second shell represented by 2s and 2p orbitals, so both 2s is filled because 2 electrons are there, and 2p is also filled because there are 6 electrons. So 2 electron again in 2s, they are paired. Then 6 electron, so they will form 3 pairs, so they are also paired, so they will not contribute into the total angular momentum of the sodium atom. Only the last electron, that is the 3s electron, that is going to contribute into the total angular momentum, and that is responsible to produce the spectra of this sodium atom. So this 3s electron, it is the uh, valence electron that we are going to consider here, and this will be the ground state for this particular electron, valence electron 3s, that will represent the ground state of this optical, or you can say valence electron of sodium atom. Okay, so the one valence electron for sodium atom, therefore it is called as one valence electron system. So this 3s valence electron, when excited by any way, it will jump to any one of the higher energy level. Higher energy level means above 3s. So above 3s you can have 3p, 4s, 3d, 4p, 5s, 4d and so on. So these are the higher energy levels for this 3s valence electron. So when you provide any external energy by any mean, so this energy, when absorbed by this electron, it will be excited to either of these one of these energy level, depending on how much energy you have provided to this particular electron. So since there is only one unpaired electron, the spin of this electron s will be half, and therefore multiplicity is, according to this formula, 2s plus 1. So if you substitute s is equal to half, so half into 2, that is 1 plus 1, that is equal to 2. So multiplicity for this electron, valence electron in sodium atom, that will be 2. So this ground state of sodium atom, in spectral notations, it can be denoted by 3 doublet S. 3 stands for the n value, that is principal quantum number or shell number. Okay, so 3 doublet S. This doublet or 2 represent that it is the multiplicity, and S represent this particular value, the term or the level value here, ground state level, 3s electron, and the stationary states are denoted by 3 doublet P, 3 doublet D, and so on. So whenever the electron goes to the higher level excited states, so these states will be denoted by these particular notations. Now the L dependence of energy, that is very important, and that first of all I just want to point out here. L, you know that this particular second quantum number, orbital quantum number L, so that also defines the energy of the particular electron. So both N and L, they are important here. So quantum mechanically L is also contributing, or the L dependence of the energy of an electron, it is equally important here. So the L dependence of energy, for that both N and L are considered. So N plus N L is considered here. So for example, while representing the higher energy level, that means when the electron is excited, it may go to 3p, 4s, 3d, 4p. See the order in which these higher energy levels are represented here. For example, here after 3p, it is not represented 3d here. Before that 4s comes, then 3d, then 4p comes here. Then instead of having 4d, first 5s comes, then 4d, and so on. So why this is so? Because these levels are represented here according to their energy. They are not written in a alphabetical manner according to the alphabetical or alphanumerical order. So here L energy dependence is based on this N plus L. So where N is the principal quantum number and L is the orbital quantum number. Okay, so therefore 4s lies lower than 3d. 4s lies lower than 3d. Why? Because if you consider 4s, what is the value of N plus L? For 4s, N is 4. And what is the value of L? L for S subshell, you know that L value is 0. So 4 plus 0, that is 4. And if you consider now 3d, what is the value here? N plus L. So N is 3 and D, that means here the L value, what will be that? That will be 2. Okay, so 0, 1, 2, SPD. So therefore it is 2. So 3 plus 2, that is 5. So here we have N plus L value, that is equal to 4, and here N plus L value, that is equal to 5. Therefore 3D lies above the 4s level in terms of energy, and therefore it is written in this manner. Same is the case for the next pair also. 5s lies lower than 4d, and if you see here also, N plus L is 5, and here N plus L, 4 plus 2, that is 6. Therefore 4d lies above the 5s level. So this N plus L dependence is also very important while considering the order of this particular energy level. And in chemistry, you might have studied one of the principle, very well known principle known as Aufbau principle. So it states that in the ground state of an atom or ion, electron fill atomic orbital of the lowest available energy level before occupying the higher level. Therefore just we have seen why 4s lies below the 3d and so on. So this is what the above principle, and this above principle one can just represent a very simple manner. This is a very simplest form of representation. The order you can just remember in this manner. So 1s, then 2s, then 2p, 3s, 3p, 4s. See now 3p lies this 3p, 4s, then 3d, 4p, phi s, and so on. So this particular order you can just see in the manner, the direction of increasing n plus l, direction of increasing n plus l. So in this particular manner, the Aufbau principle states the energy dependence on this particular term n plus l. So see the energy levels of sodium now. Let us discuss about the energy levels of sodium. So you can see this particular diagram here. So the representation you can just see from this. So at the top we have 0 here. Okay, see the energy scale. So because the term value is negative, so while studying the spin orbit interaction, we have seen that the term value that is represented by minus gamma. Okay, so therefore here it is written 0 is written at the top, and the higher values, they are represented here in the downward direction. So the negative sign is there here. Okay, so that represents the energy here. And you can see now the S shell, P shell, or P orbital, sorry, S, P, these are representing actually the term, okay, not orbital. So S terms, P terms, D terms, and these are the respective orbitals. Okay, so for example, the ground state here, lowest state of this 3s electron, therefore it is the 3s level. So this is the lowest energy level. You can see on the energy level diagram, it is the lowest energy level. And see now, the electron when excited, it can go to 3p, it can go to 4p, 5p, and so on. Okay, so 5p, 6p, and so on. Then from 3p it can go to 4s, 5s, 6s, 7s, and so on. From 3p it can go to 3d, then 4d, 5d. So this particular, only certain transitions are shown here. Only certain transitions are shown here. Not all transitions are shown here. That means 3s to 4s, it is not shown here. Or you can see 3s to directly 3d, it is also not shown here. So what is the reason? That we are going to discuss just after this particular slide. So the energy levels of sodium, one can just see here. So the excited states or higher energy levels, you can see this 3p, 4s, 3d, 4p, then 5s, then 4d, 5p, and so on, according to this particular order of Aufbau, explained by Aufbau principle. Okay, so let us now try to understand some quantum mechanical rules which explains why only certain transitions are shown here, or why only certain transitions are allowed and not other transitions. So they are decided by a certain set of rules. In spectroscopy, they are known as selection rules. Okay, so these are actually a set of rules for representing the transition. So these are transition rules in spectroscopy. So they arises due to symmetry properties of oscillating charge distribution of the atom. So whatever the charge means because of the electron. So this oscillating charge distribution in an atom, that decides this particular set of rules here. And on the basis of this selection rule, transitions are called either allowed or forbidden. So some transitions are allowed, some transitions are forbidden. So transition probabilities are based on quantum mechanical calculations. So this set of rules, they are actually calculated by studying the oscillating charge distribution of an atom quantum mechanically, and these quantum mechanical calculations result into certain set of rules, and these rules are called as selection rules. So let us see what are these rules here. So the selection rule for L. So what is L? It is the orbital angular momentum of an atom capital L, therefore of an atom. So therefore the selection rule for L, it is given by delta L is equal to plus or minus 1. Delta L is equal to plus or minus 1. So whenever there is any transition, so in that particular transition, the L value or the change in L value, that will be plus or minus 1 only. It cannot be greater than that or lower than that. So it cannot be 0 or it cannot be 1. It cannot be 2. It cannot be minus 2. So this is the restriction, or what we call as the rule for the transition while maintaining the L value. Then selection rule for the J value. Now J value, what is J? J is the total angular momentum of an atom. So whenever there is a transition, then this J value, whatever the change in J value, that is represented by delta J is equal to plus or minus 1 or 0. Delta J is equal to plus or minus 1 or 0. So whatever the transition involved there, from the excited state to the any other state here, ground state. So in that particular case, the J value should not change other than plus or minus 1 or 0. But 0 to 0, that means in both levels, if J value is 0, then that particular transition is also not allowed. That is excluded. You can see here 0 to 0 transition for J value, that is not allowed. But the difference in the J value, if it is 0, then that is allowed. For example, J is equal to 1 in one level and J is equal to 1 in other level, so delta J will be 0. So that is allowed. But J is equal to 0 and J is equal to 0, that is not allowed. So this is the selection rule for J. Then selection rules for S. What is S? S is the spin angular momentum. S is the spin angular momentum. So that delta S, that should be 0. Sorry, this should be delta S. Okay. So delta S is equal to 0. So only approximation holding good for light atoms. So this particular rule, it actually holds good for light atoms only. Light atoms means having atomic number lower, okay, less number of protons in the nucleus. For high atomic number, this particular selection rule, delta S is equal to 0, that is not followed here. Then selection rule for total quantum number, or you can say principal quantum number n. For principal quantum number n, there is no restriction at all. That means whatever the change or delta n because of that transition, that any value is allowed here. That means there is no restriction on the principal quantum number n. Then selection rule for quantum number L, that is orbital quantum number L. So what is that rule? Delta L should be plus or minus 1. Delta L should be plus or minus 1. So therefore only these transitions will be allowed depending on the value of L here. See here, for example, here this P2S. So what is the 3P to 3S? That transition is allowed. Why? Because 3P means L is equal to 1, then 3S means L is equal to 0. So delta L will be 1 here. So similarly here 3P to 4S, that is also allowed. This particular transition here, again delta L is equal to 1, but 3S and 3D, that is not allowed here. You can see S and D here. For 3D, D means D subshell means the L value is 2 and here L value is 0. So delta L will be equal to 2 and that is not directly allowed. So these selection rules, they are actually describing the conditions for the transitions to take place among the different energy levels in the in any particular atom. So here it is shown for the sodium atom here. Okay, so you can see the different levels here, all the s orbitals, p orbitals and d orbitals, and the transitions represented by these lines. These are some of the allowed transitions shown here by just following the selection rules. So once you understand the selection rules, then it will be easy for you to read the spectra of any particular element, and you can understand which particular transitions are allowed and which transitions are not allowed. Okay, then another selection rule, that is for ml and ms. So the uh, orbital magnetic quantum number ml and uh, the spin magnetic quantum number ms. So what is the selection rule for it? Delta ml is equal to plus or minus 1 or 0, and delta ms is equal to 0 for the spin quantum number, for the magnetic uh, spin quantum number ms. So these are some set of rules here which are actually important while understanding the spectra of element. So here this is the energy level diagram for sodium, and some of the transitions are shown over here by the lines here, and this the actual spectra, when we are going to study the actual spectra of sodium atom, at that time you will see that all these particular transitions, which transitions are allowed according to this selection rule and which are not allowed, that one can easily understand here. So just note this particular correction here, delta s should be 0 here. Okay, this is not delta L, delta s should be equal to 0. Okay, so this is all about the energy levels of the sodium atom.